Hello everyone, welcome to my super silly tomato garden. Today I'm going to share my secret tips for growing tomatoes that are super effective, funny, and a little bit weird. Here are my super cool plastic tubs for growing tomatoes. They look simple, but the results will surprise you. Stay tuned. Next up, I've mixed rice husks and cow manure to make some organic soil. Sounds like I'm cooking something, right? But nope, this is the recipe for giant mega tomatoes, soft husks, nutrient-rich cow manure. If the tomatoes don't grow, I give up. Now I'm scooping this super soil into the plastic tubs. Looks simple, but it's about to become a 5-star hotel for the tomatoes. Watch out, they'll grow faster than you can say tomato soup. I've got the seedlings ready. Now it's just a matter of gently placing them into the pots, like putting little stars onto the big stage. They're going to feel like they're checking into a 5-star hotel with top-notch service. Handle the seedlings gently, as if you're cradling precious gems. Place them into the pot as if you're positioning stars on a stage. Look at all those roots. These seedlings are gearing up for a fantastic new life. Now, let's place the seedlings in their designated spots. This way, they'll quickly feel at home and start their journey to becoming amazing tomato plants. Position them just right, and don't forget to give them a gentle pat to make them feel comfortable. Alright, the seedlings are in their spots. Next, we'll gently cover them with a layer of soil, like tucking them in with a cozy blanket. Imagine they're snuggled up in a 5-star hotel, with the soil acting like a soft, fluffy comforter. Don't forget to water them so we don't have to call in the plant rescue squad for a water shortage. Water gently and just a little bit, or they might end up waterlogged. We want to keep the soil moist, not create a swimming pool for the seedlings. Just a light touch will keep them comfy without making them feel like they're taking a bath. Look at them after just 10 days, they've grown so quickly. The tomato plants are shooting up like they're in a speed-growing competition. Let's enjoy this magical transformation. Now let's set up the trellis for them to climb. I've prepared some thin bamboo sticks, arranged in an arch shape to give the tomato plants something to grab onto and climb up. This way, they'll have plenty of room to grow and won't be crowded. Take a look at these trellises I made, aren't they beautiful? I put a lot of effort into crafting them, and I'm really excited to see how they'll help the tomato plants grow. If you think they look great, please drop a comment and let me know what you think. Your feedback means a lot to me and helps keep me motivated. After 27 days, our tomato plants have started flowering and producing countless tiny fruits. It's amazing to see the little flowers and miniature tomatoes popping up like a mini tomato festival on the trellis. The tiny fruits are already striking poses and gearing up for a big debut. Before long, we'll be having a colorful and delicious tomato feast. Seeing those tiny tomatoes makes me feel like I'm running a star-studded team in the garden. Each tomato has its own personality, from the lively ones to the more contemplative ones. It's astonishing, after 40 days, the tomato plants have flourished spectacularly, covering the trellis in a vibrant green. The tiny tomatoes have started to grow larger, like mini balls getting ready to become the garden's superstars. The scene now looks like a lush, green painting full of vitality. Now, I'm going to dig a small trench around the plants and add some organic fertilizer to help them grow even stronger. This way, the tomato plants will get an extra mealful of nutrients and be ready to keep growing and producing delicious fruits. They'll soak up the nutrients and become even healthier, gearing up for bigger and tastier tomatoes. Don't forget to check in regularly to ensure they're getting the best care with this dedicated attention. After 64 days, the tomatoes have grown so large they look like basketballs, or maybe I'm exaggerating a bit. But honestly, they've become huge and full of life. This sight is truly impressive, and it feels like I'm standing in front of a grand tomato party. After 80 days, the tomatoes have ripened into a vivid red all around the trellis, creating a stunning and vibrant scene. The bright red tomatoes look like sparkling gems, turning the garden into a colorful masterpiece. This is the well-deserved reward for all the hard work and care we've put in. It feels amazing to see the fruits of our labor, and I can't wait to taste these sweet tomatoes. Seeing these vibrant red tomatoes, it feels like I'm at a fantastic fruit party. Not only do they look amazing, but they also promise to deliver fresh, rich flavors. It's the perfect time to harvest and savor our hard-earned results. Get ready for a bountiful harvest, and don't forget to capture these memorable moments. Now it's time to start picking these tomatoes. It feels like I'm gearing up for a world's fastest tomato cutting contest right in my garden. These tomatoes are ripe and ready, about to become the stars of our upcoming meal. I'll carefully cut each tomato to avoid damaging the plant, though it feels a bit like I'm playing a quirky video game. These vibrant red tomatoes promise to add fresh, delicious flavor and a splash of color to our dishes. Just imagine, once these tomatoes hit the kitchen, it's going to be like a super extravagant flavor and color party, maybe a little cheeky, but definitely a lot of fun. Get ready for a culinary adventure and see what amazing dishes we can create from these juicy, ripe tomatoes. Look, I've harvested all the ripe tomatoes. Now I'll dive into preparing for the next season. The work in the garden never ends, but that's what makes it so exciting. With the experience and lessons learned from this season, I'm ready to improve and create a promising new harvest. This time, I'll be hanging the tomato plants upside down on plastic bottles. It's a quirky technique that not only saves space, but also gives the plants a unique twist literally. By suspending the plants this way, we can enjoy a new perspective on gardening and see how the tomatoes grow in a different environment. I'll be adding soil into the plastic bottles. This is an essential step to create the ideal environment for the tomatoes to grow when hung upside down. The soil will provide the necessary nutrients and moisture for the plants, ensuring they have the right conditions to thrive and produce delicious fruit. After just 1 week, the plants are growing quite rapidly. It's amazing to see how well they're adapting to their new upside-down setup. After 20 days, the plants have started to flower and produce small fruits. It's a wonderful sight. These upside-down tomatoes are now proudly flaunting their charming little blooms and adorable tiny fruits. It looks like they're proving that hanging upside down isn't a quirky idea, but a brilliantly creative gardening method. Now, with the plants showing off their tiny fruits and blossoms, it's time to get even more excited. These upside-down tomatoes are really starting to come into their own. I'm practically waiting for a tomato fashion show where each little fruit gets its moment in the spotlight. After 70 days, we have ripe, red tomatoes. It's incredible to see this vibrant harvest juicy, bright red tomatoes, ready to be enjoyed. This is the result of many days of care, watering, and hope. Looking at these tomatoes, I feel like I've just hit the jackpot. Each tomato is a proud achievement, proving that the upside-down method is not just a gimmick, but an effective gardening technique. Imagine these tomatoes as precious red gems, ready to be enjoyed or transformed into delicious dishes. I will harvest all these ripe tomatoes. This is the final step to completing a successful season, and I can't wait to see the results of our efforts. These bright red tomatoes are ready to be enjoyed, and I'll carefully pick each one to ensure they are preserved intact. Finally, I've completed the harvest. Each tomato in this basket is a testament to our effort and patience.